Welcome to the main season debrief. That's what I'm calling it. So let's start with the call signs. Say who you are, really nice and loud.
It's Croc.
Croc.
Rooster.
Yeah.
Bear.
Chief Chungus. Whoop, whoop. We had a few more, but they left. Lame. Very lame. So, guys, end of the season, except for winter season, obviously. So, what I want to do, basically, is go over the season. You guys were out a couple times. I wanted to get you out more. You were out more than Bear was here.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, you were out more.
Single, unmarried, no kids.
Yeah, if there's any female listeners,
Single and ready to mingle right here.
there's no fucking way. The women don't play Airsoft.
No. The very minute few. You know, I tried to convince my wife to play Airsoft. You know what she told me? No. She said, no way.
Were you?
No way.
Were you there that one time that Luke brought his wife out at Lucky Land? Do you even remember who Luke is?
I'm trying to remember who Luke was.
He was my boss's son, and he had the cute little girl. And I remember she shot Irish or something, and she went. It was pew pew pew, and hit. She went yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
He said this is why girls don't play Airsoft, because they celebrate the kills.
Well, no, here's another reason why girls don't play Airsoft, because their dad shoots him in the thigh.
Yep.
Because they're bullying their younger brother.
This is true.
She dropped like a sack of potatoes, I'm not gonna lie. I felt bad, but on top of that, I was just like, don't bully your brother.
We're like, this is the punishment. We don't.
Because you're bigger and stronger than him, don't do it.
Just give it a while. He'll get back. He'll be the one.
No, her.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I've shot Owen with airsoft gun. He was laughing.
Oh, I know. But I'm saying when he's older, he'll get back at her for being mean.
Well, yeah.
You got your genes. He's gonna be a freaking giant.
Yeah, when's he about to hit a growth spurt, by the way? Jump.
Arlena's gonna be the sports psycho.
Good. Because you know what that means? He's going to hit you up on the weekends and he's going to be like, hey, Dad, do you want to go out airsofting this weekend? You're going to be like, yes!
You'll be like, I'm old now.
I'm old now.
Let me put my knee brace on today.
Compression, stockings, and knee braces.
No, I
love the walker.
No, that was the biggest mistake I ever made when we went down to Grandma's house of Welts, was wearing compression knee pads. Because, like, I couldn't run. I could not get my legs
Can I give
to
a
move.
demonstration?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It was hilarious. It was like a straight leg penguin run, bro. That's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah, I couldn't bend my knees at all.
You know what didn't help?
Personally, I did not like Grandma's house very much. I can say it was okay at best. I got a popsicle for free. That was pretty cool. But other than that, it was
popsicle for free and some gay stuff, bro.
There was a lot of
gay
stuff going on there. I will say.
It was alright. I felt like I was back on the football team, so it's alright.
Your football team must have been very different from mine.
Because you didn't go. Grandma's house of Welts, it was like Lucky Land for us.
Oh, okay.
But you still had to pay to play though, right?
Yeah, we all paid.
And they had a small store where they sold BBs and stuff like that.
They tried to sell us their BBs. I'm like, I don't know the brand, so.
Yeah, it was a brand I didn't recognize. I was like, I'm Elite Force or the G&G brand BBs is all I run.
When did we start? Like 07, 09?
You started that before I joined. Then after I started playing Airsoft, and he's the one that got me hooked in Airsoft, by the way.
Yeah.
I believe it. And I've been playing since what? Is it 2013?
It was fun.
2013? And then you didn't even... When did you start coming out to the original course? Was it 2016?
It had to have been that about time, yeah.
I can't remember who came out first. Was it you or was it you?
Me. Because I had just got done playing at our field, Lucky Land.
Yeah.
And then I came out to your place in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And I ate shit hard the very first game because I was on the far end of the course.
And you slipped on the mud over there?
No, I went behind. You remember that big tree that was on that side?
Yep.
I went behind there and I caught my foot on one of the roots that was sticking out of the ground and just.
You know that's how Colton broke his arm, was tripping over roots at the course?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I broke my hand guard.
Bro, I miss the course. Even though it wasn't the nicest thing in the world, I miss it a lot.
For what it was and what your purpose, and you and your dad and everybody that was involved in there, the purpose for it, that's all you need.
I know.
You don't need 400 plus acres and open field and woods and stuff like that. It's just like, you just need a small course to get people into it.
Really miss Lucky Land.
I
And
do
Big
too.
Field too, actually.
So my first question that I want us to answer was, what was your favorite game from this year that you played in? I know. Because you got to scroll back, right? You got to think of what your most favorite game was.
I would say with all of us, I don't think you were there, was Ship of Fools.
Oh yeah,
That's no longer the last Ship of
probably would
Fools
be it
game.
for me too.
That was
peak.
yeah, that was a good game for me. I love that event.
Sad.
I slightly regret. It was fun doing medic, but since it was the last one, I kind of regret doing medic because it was really fun doing a totally different role.
But you were
than I
restricted
normally
to what you.
do. Yeah,
could
I got
run.
one. I got one kill the whole day, but that was the most satisfying fucking kill, by the way. I do want to say that because I
will say, if you started your channel during that, you probably would have caught the biggest crash out by the other team.
Oh my gosh, I know. And the sad thing is at that time I was still learning about how to use the GoPro in the field, and I only had kept the one battery in the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So when it died on that main push, I was screwed. It was just gone. Now I keep both batteries on me because I can just switch it out in a second. So
Yeah, because I don't think, were you part of that push? Or maybe you weren't.
I don't remember.
he was, because we had all the medics in the back.
Because
rolling
we
out.
had pushed up. We had taken that
No, I
big
didn't. I wasn't
corner
there.
around the north end of the field
I literally was just busy.
We got in a
I don't remember what
firefight.
I was busy, so.
against
Fishing.
the other
Oh
team.
yeah, I
And
remember.
that one guy just went
fucking
ballistic.
egg
Like,
going on the boat.
I know I lit him up at least a dozen different times. Maybe he called it, and maybe he was just like, "Dude, fuck you guys, you're not doing this correctly," and he just started playing again. But
I don't. I've been playing airsoft too long for any of that stuff to bother me anymore. Because it's just like part and parcel. I'm not saying go out there and cheat, but I'm saying that I've seen it all.
They were so salty though, because at the end of that push, remember that guy wanted to be the self-ref?
yeah,
So at the end of that push, I did that long sprint to get to Luke because he had pushed up far in front of the group. And we were kind of behind that big pile of brush. And so I went there to try to res him, and this guy runs up with one of those fucking miniguns that
was locked to his arm.
was locked to his arm, and from point blank lit me up in the back, and I'm like, okay. And I was totally respectful to him, and I literally told him hey dude, I'm not trying to be a dick, but watch your MED with that thing, because if you do that to a little kid out here, they're done. You know what I mean? And he's like, you guys are fucking dicks, you guys are fucking cheating. I'm like, bro, I don't care about any of that. I'm just telling you, you lit me up in the back with a minigun from point blank. Just watch your MED. That's all I'm saying. And he was snapping the fuck out. And I'm like, bro, these guys are triggered right now. These guys are so triggered. Oh,
Fucking good thing that LZ didn't see that, or he would have fucking chokeslammed him.
yeah.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't have done that. He would have probably been like, yeah.
If he was back in that area at all, he would have been pissed, because there's so many dudes that were just insane. There's a guy who literally was. Did you see the guy that self-refed? He literally
he
called
was
himself out
yelling
and he
at
walked
that one
over.
chick.
Yeah, and then they were screaming at each other.
Yeah.
And then I was telling him, guys, this is Airsoft, you're ruining it.
Yeah,
This is
I was
Airsoft,
kind of there
you're
being
ruining
like, let's chill out, okay? We're screaming about BBs.
I know. I'm like, this. We're playing with toy guns in our fancy costumes with our friends. Let's chill out here, you know. people got way too serious. And I'm glad that he said something on like lunch break because it was getting kind of ridiculous.
He's a good showrunner.
Yeah, I do miss those two.
Other than that one moment at that game, I would say Ship of Fools was probably the game of the year for his peak.
Yep.
When I'm dolphin diving, yeah, it's pretty good. I shouldn't be dolphin diving. It was very fun though. What about you, Henry? What was your favorite one for me? Do you even remember any of the games?
I remember one game in total. Every other game slips my mind. Whatever, I shot people. That was it. One game, Factory. I was screaming at a guy.
Oh,
It
yes.
was awesome. He was camping in a corner after killing one of the other guys, and I'm just like, get out of the corner! I'm gonna kill you! And then at some point I'm like, if you get out right now, I'll let you go. I'll let you walk. I don't want to kill nobody today. And he doesn't say a single word. And I grab my pistol and I just sprint in it's some bathroom, literally like a quarter the size of this room. I sprint in with a pistol, LMG in one hand, pistol in the other. I'm just like, bah, bah, bah. And I'm like, hi. And he was like, hey. And I was like, man, were you scared during any of that? And he was like, no, not really. And I was like, damn, because it was so awesome. I was so upset when I watched your video and I saw you didn't put any of that in there. I was like, there's probably too much screaming.
Close to it.
Okay, that sucks. That
Can
really
I be
does
100%
suck.
honest?
What?
So, do you remember the guys on the other team that were wearing PMC kits? So jeans, some t-shirt, and then they had multicam gear that cheated all day long?
Oh yeah.
I found his YouTube channel.
Did you?
And he trashed our team the entire time.
I don't.
And I tried my hardest. I didn't comment on it, but he made fun of you the whole time for yelling.
Surprise!
Yelling.
The multi-cam guys are a fucking dick.
I don't think he can make fun of me all he wants.
His name's No too, and I'm like, this fucking shitbag. Like,
Dude, I was having such a great
You oughta
time.
fucking censor that out when you go in there. You don't want to start beef.
Oh, I know, I will, but it's fine.
Okay.
He knows who he is.
Yeah,
He knows
you
who he
see
is.
me right here in my fucking pink Crocs.
But seriously-
Side note, I think
I still never played the Factory.
I think I told you this. At least I heard it from an AMS game runner that they're trying, like they don't want to use multicam anymore as the opposing team. They want tan-based camo versus green-based camo. So they want chocolate chip, some sort of
I
desert,
love me some chocolate chip.
or straight tan. They're like, multicam is just causing so many problems because from a distance people are like, fuck, yeah, fucking green. It's like,
Well, apparently from
Do they have problems with A-Tags?
I don't know about A.C, but I
I mean,
remember.
I've got different fucking. Not that I'm ever going to go to another AMS game, but.
Yeah, but I mean, A.C. I remember. What was that? The one in Indiana.
Pandora's Box.
Yes, the second time we went in A.C, I got lit up in the back, and I turned around. And I'm like, dude, same team. And he's like, oh, sorry, you look tan. And I'm like, really?
I were sworn that I looked forest green.
Yeah, A.C. green from 50 feet away looks tan to you. I was just like, okay, whatever. That's cool.
It's like at Black Ops, how that ref was giving us all that shit for
Yeah, he called.
Ryan.
Yeah, he's like, well,
So,
he's wearing Marpat. Like he's a Marine.
back from leave.
You
Yeah.
know, he's wearing his issue gear. So
Uh-huh.
Marpat clothing, but he had a tan plate carrier, and the ref was like, yeah, that looks tan to me. But we're like, you guys.
They got a hard job.
Yeah.
This is going to be an unpopular fucking opinion, but they've got to deal with a bunch of children, and I'm sure that they said that because they're like, well, this guy looks like he's going to not cause problems. So, and did he? No.
No.
Of course not.
But I like you said, it's like You
felt
said
bad we pissed him off, but
he
I'm
could
like,
have been
dude,
having a bad day, which we all do. I'll give him that. But from what I understand, Will based his like teams off of your base clothing color, not your gear
Yep.
color.
I'm not saying that anybody's wrong or that he was wrong or that he was right. I'm not saying anything. Cut this out.
I'm definitely not fucking cutting it out. No.
The
I felt bad for pissing him off, but I was like, my buddy is on leave from Japan, and
Yeah,
he's wearing
I mean,
the
like,
same
what-
camo as all 10 of us.
what would you have us do? Is what you should have said. What would you? I mean, what do you want us to do?
I had him strip his BDU off because he had an OD green shirt underneath, and then we were like, "Is this fine?" And then he's like, "Fucking whatever," and I was like, "I'm sorry, dude. I don't like to piss refs off because I like to be on refs' good
you don't want to
sides."
go to that level
Yeah.
of pettiness. Pretty much.
I don't want to piss him off, but I'm like, I want my buddy who's on leave from Japan to play with us, you know. So that's kind of what it came down to. But that's Gucci, Brian,
Yep.
who came out to the Fallout
figured.
event. Yeah. So yeah, it's just kind of a hot mess, and I felt bad because I felt like we were causing trouble. I'm like, we're not causing trouble.
Well, we weren't necessarily
Well,
causing.
why is that
trouble.
his call sign? He just has a lot of expensive gear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has all of the top tier stuff.
Good.
That's why his call sign.
Good Gucci
You're,
gear.
you know, because you sit here with your minigun and all this other shit, and you're like, man, I think my shit is better than his, but you know, whatever. I don't get Gucci, I get fucking Rooster.
The guy who has how many guns on his gun?
He is the OG
Look,
call sign.
I've got a lot of that stuff. A lot of it's not fucking upgraded. I just buy it and then I'm like, yeah, I'll just
Maybe I'll use it.
yeah. I'm still gonna get that L3 out to the field one of these days. I got a ton of really expensive proprietary mags for it too. So
Brian, he spends a lot of money on this stuff.
Well, yeah, what else is
he's
he
wearing
gonna
his
spend
own?
money on?
He's wearing actual gear. So
Well,
I'm
no,
sure-
he's buying
His guns.
He's buying
Oh.
stuff like you can only find like Red Wolf is where he's getting
Yes.
this gear from.
He's about to buy he's been interested in buying a Viper Tech, I think it is. M4.
Is that the one that's snake powered?
No.
Oh.
No, Viper Tech M4s are some cut. It's basically like.
It's an upgraded, and it's a
No.
gas pullback, right?
Yeah. The way I understand it is basically the Umbrella Armory of Japan. He's
I
buying.
thought the Umbrella Armory was Japan.
No, they're based out of the U.S.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, he buys all the Gucci stuff, so he got call sign Gucci. So all of this stuff's insane.
Because what does he have? He has
Say a lot of my shit's cheap garbage.
Yeah, I run cheap garbage all the time. I love cheap
I
garbage.
upgraded to
Ah,
cheap
that's
garbage.
Yeah, cheap garbage turns almost not cheap garbage because he messed with it, so.
I touched it. I went. It just it becomes nice.
But yeah, I don't know.
All right. So my next thing is
You have a checklist? That's awesome.
I put 3 questions on there because
Oh.
I'm like I was hoping there would be enough filler where I won't need 18,000 questions, and so far it's fine. So.
You know, believe it or not, I'm still upset about that guy. Especially that he shit talked me the whole time. Whatever. He can go fuck
I
himself.
knew it. I knew. That's why I didn't want to send the video to you because I'm like Henry's gonna comment on the fucking video.
No, I wouldn't.
You know what you
comment
should have
on the
done?
video.
Because you didn't that wasn't in the video. You should have done a dramatic reenactment of it.
or a reaction video.
Yeah.
Reaction
You
video.
should have used AI to generate the video.
Bro, I don't pay for Chat GPT Plus. It's $20 a month. That's the same as a Disney Plus.
I've
premium
never used
subscription.
AI
You don't?
thing at all. No.
I do. That's
Well,
how.
I know
That's
you
how
do.
I get my titles and descriptions for my videos.
And I know you.
So we'll
What was
get
the question?
We'll get back on.
Yeah.
topic,
What was your
yeah.
second question?
What
Tell
do
me
you,
a sliver of that too, please.
What do you
Will do.
want to do next year for Airsoft? What are you?
Yeah.
What,
Oh
do you
shit.
what do you want to do next
Yeah, the
year?
crust is a little
What
hard.
are your goals for next year for
You know,
Airsoft?
crust is only what,
More
like-
events.
or-
That's what I want to do.
That's valid.
I wanna shoot people more.
You need to get the fuck out
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to be assisting in a new event this year, or this coming year, Radlands. So, we, Two Hands and I are working on,
There is an outside
props.
coating, and it is edible, by the way. So,
Yeah.
just to let you know.
We're working on new props for that, so that'll be something that we need to do the next year. I have a lot of revisions that need to go through for that game, for Port Venture, and for Big Iron. We gotta throw in revisions for everything. That's pretty much all I see ahead for me is more work. So.
I was gonna say that's gonna be a lot to be like a pretty big part of 3 different role-playing airsoft events.
It sucks. I don't see any money for it either.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I know that you feel disappointed about Big Iron, but I don't know, I always really enjoy the events.
I'm glad you do.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of other people enjoy them too. I want to get more of the elites out to do it. It's just hard because I feel like some of the guys are like role playing. I'm like, dude, if you're airsofting, you're already role playing. Just role playing war.
Mm-hmm.
Just role play something different.
All I'm saying is that if you've seen any kind of post-apocalyptic thing, they stole from it for that game, so you're set. And I was gonna say, you don't need to worry about knowing anything about it. Just go out there and play yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what we really.
See,
want.
That was my issue. Was because like I don't know. I didn't know if you were actually like. Because I remember seeing something a while back. You were like, "Oh yeah, there's this cowboy event," and
Yeah.
you know, like I was watching it, but I don't remember seeing any shooting in the video. And I was like, "Do they just walk around and like?"
Oh,
There was
shooting.
so, and I say this in the Fallout video too, that the Western event is much heavier, at least for me, on the role playing, and then there's some airsoft. Whereas the Fallout event, there's always a lot more airsoft, and then there's role playing too.
Well, you're also doing staff work.
Staff work, but I feel like even at the Fallout event, there's a lot more. At least this time and last time too, but at least this time, a lot more people came out to play airsoft.
Yep.
You know, which made me very excited because I didn't see any of those people last year. So, and
No, we've
they
been
also
pushing
they really
airsoft
enjoyed it.
On it. I feel like we've got enough people coming to these events that do the role playing, so we need to kind of fill out the other side of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we've been working on.
No,
All the stuff that I need to work on for the upcoming events.
Mhm.
I think that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
I think that's all I really have for goals.
I have one question for you. What's going to be the difference from Radlands compared to Big Iron? Do you know? Or is it kind of just going to be a continuation?
I don't really know yet.
Okay.
We haven't had a single meeting yet on that. I think
Really?
he wants to have one next month as to what we're going to run, story-wise and all that. I don't.
He's working on that, right? Like, he's supposed to work on that, I mean.
He's supposed to be working on it.
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah. Okay, that's cool. Tim, you said more events?
Yes, I would like to get out and play more because the past couple of years have been kind of slim pickings for me.
Mhm.
Basically because life happens, wife, kids, everything like that. But getting older, but I still have that kid in me that wants to just play.
Oh, sure.
Mhm.
But like I like no joke, I wanted to come to Big Iron. I wanted to be a super mutant. But the adult in me was like, no, you have to get this deer stand up so you can sit in it and not see shit for 3 days.
Mhm.
Which made me sad. I'm like, I could have been playing Airsoft.
Henry, do you have any goals for Airsoft this next year? I know you don't, but...
Dude,
Now piss off refs. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. Not piss off every.
Hey, that is not my fault. I'm pretty good
fault.
most of the
It
time.
just naturally happens.
You know, like, I wear some conflicting ass Crocs, and they're like, dude, you wear death rags on your feet. And I'm like, fuck, you're right. And then, you know, like, the BBs, I can see some of it, but he knew he was being an ass. He came up to me, he's like, yeah, dude, I was being like that for you, but, you know, I can't have people just walking away from just buying BBs somewhere else. I'm like, all right, whatever.
So your goal is to not be that guy.
I'm not usually that guy. It's usually not like that. Like, you go to the edge or whatever, I go to the edge, I'm fun with everybody. I was fun with everybody at both of those places, you know, even when the refs were being like, oh yeah, you know, wear these shoes where you have to do this with your feet and all this bullshit, and I'm like, whatever, man. So, you know, I can't really do anything about it, but I will try my best to not piss off the refs for you guys, you know. Hopefully, I will try my best. So
my goal is to get out to one actual Milsim event this year. That's my goal.
Next year?
Yeah, next year. One, hopefully AMS. I do want to go out to something a little bigger, just because the biggest thing I've been out to is Op Freedom. And I feel like I could expand for one weekend a little more and kind of dive into it, because I know I got the gear for it. It's just, I need to do it. But besides that, yeah, I feel like it's mostly get to the event. Hopefully my other goal is to get the rest of the team for the elites to be like, you know what, whenever we're going out, we're all going out.
Yeah.
Because it's so much better.
Who are we missing from the elites anyways?
There's always like 4 or 5 that don't show.
Well, I know there's like...
Sounds familiar, right there.
That's always gonna be like that, but like the day we went to Black Ops and there was 10 of us, dude, honestly, it's just always better when you get all your butts out. And I really want to get, because I mean, once our course ended, the core group that we had really, like, I don't know, I didn't even go out that much. This is the year I've been out the most in a lot of years. And so getting kind of the guys to get more excited about, hey, we're going to go out as a team and play, that's my goal.
That reminds me of like what you brought up before when we won the MVP at Vigilance, yeah. Dos Equis won the MVP for our side, what we did. Dos Equis, we were wrecking people left and right. Because like,
I can show you the plaque. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh yeah,
you got a plaque?
Yeah, they gave us a plaque for that.
Yep.
And it was etched on there, Dos Equis. I was like, yes.
That's so cool.
And like, we would go out, we'd do what we were told to do, we'd come back and be like, hey, what do we gotta do now? And we're like, go do this. We go out, come back, say we got it done. You're like, okay, we need this done. We'd come back. It's like, that was 3-day event?
2-day event.
2-day.
There was
I thought it was like...
There was a night game and then there was a day. So you get there, we got there and there was like starting at 5 o'clock and then until the night. I think it was a September event? It was Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, Labor Day.
And then you go there, and I remember the first year we went, I don't know if you were with us, but they had a truck firing like bottle rockets or Roman candles or something as AA was moving through the field in the dark. Incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
And because it had like the headlights on or anything like that, so you could have just gotten run over. But maybe they had safety people near. I don't remember, but it was really cool. People running around. It was great. There was a guy there who would climb up on things he wasn't supposed to be on, and he had a BB blowgun that he was fucking killing people with.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah,
It was
we
I remember
were getting a whole bunch, and then we had the Pandora's Box things where we had all those people.
I remember going to 2 events with Pandora's Box. That was like my first big Milsim event.
If you could get to an event at Sherwood Forest, Indiana, and LaPorte, Indiana, I highly recommend it. That's a fantastic field.
I've seen footage from there and it looks awesome.
Think of Apocalypse on a little bit bigger scale.
Yeah.
They have
And a little bit better kept. Not to say anything bad about A.A.C. I love that field. But,
oh yeah.
there are parts of Sherwood Forest that looks like a golf course. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
So I'm definitely have to get up to that. But
Yeah, I might have
just
to go
getting-
too. Might get me.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting the elites to one, I don't know if you call it retention, but getting more guys out on average, and then also maybe growing a little bit. I like getting the name out there. Like obviously, of course, I want my YouTube channel to get bigger, but if the elites get bigger and there's a tight core and like going out somewhere, because I mean the teams that I think of obviously in the area like Corgi, there's the Body Bag Brigade from Black Ops, there's the Kingslayers from more in like Chicago,
Dos
Milwaukee
Equis.
area. Dos Equis.
The three of us that show up.
Yeah.
No,
Well, you guys,
Chris is a Dos Equis member now. 2 hands.
Oh yeah.
you two,
Yeah,
I
that's
consider you
everything.
two to be part of the elites because
You know,
The
you're not the
original-
first person to say that shit. They're like, oh, we consider you part of React. We consider you part of Menace. I'm like, we consider you part of our group.
Yeah.
How about that?
yeah.
Because every time we show up, we wrecked house. Pretty much.
Yeah. But just, I mean, the base of the elites is the guys from Indian Airsoft Club that played there before it died. And so that's why I bought that first round of patches, is because I'm like, okay, the guys that are going to get this are the guys who are the OGs, you know what I mean? So when my plan is, if the team does expand and we get more guys on the team, buy a second round of patches, but it's not going to be the same color. Because they're not OGs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And make it white or something else. But so in the team, you know, these guys have been around the group for a long ass time. You know. But yeah, getting the name out there and getting it bigger is definitely, that'd be so cool.
Did you have requirements or no?
For the team, the
You
only
should have requirements.
yeah, I'd have to figure out what it is. Right now, basically the requirements are: do I like playing with you or not?
No.
Because there's people that I'm like, I've played around and I just don't like how you play. I don't like how you act when you play. You know what I mean?
We didn't care about that.
Did you give what was it? Did you give
Eli?
no? Did you give what Rilla? Did you give Rilla a patch and Seabass?
Gorilla.
Seabass, of course, because Seabass.
Yeah, well, no, Seabass
and-
was there
Yeah,
for a while.
Seabass
Seabass
is,
and Rilla. Rilla also has been playing. He played at the course too.
Did he? I don't know if I was there.
He
for
did.
that.
I don't remember. Gorilla.
So that's Blake. Blake first came out when one of the youth groups came out. A long time ago.
Okay,
And-
that was probably before I started coming.
yeah, and then he kind of stuck around a little bit, but now, yeah. I like Rilla. I like how he plays.
The only
So,
my memorable moment when I first came out to your place was
slicing that kid's throat.
yeah, not literally. I knife hand a kid across the throat, and
Gave him PTSD.
yeah,
at the
he
young
was
age of
scared
14.
for life. Because I managed to, like, a guy my size managed to sneak up behind this, what was he, 16?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Yay high, and me, an adult, just coming up behind him, basically grabbing his plate carrier and just going, and I just heard,
Yeah. I should think about requirements though. It's a good suggestion.
Well-
if you have any ideas, let me know. But
Ours were just you had to have AEG and ATAX, and I think you had to have some kind of grenade of some kind.
Yes.
Thunder Bee
Thunder
or
Then-
something.
because
nice-
we played before EG67's worth.
yeah. The nice thing is I feel like most of our group has Marpat. I wouldn't want to require it because it's not even my favorite camo anymore. but I feel like
one.
yeah, the Lord's flannel. But also I wouldn't want to make our whole group change to M81.
Well,
So,
we only did it so that way we could always be on the same team.
Yeah.
So we had that, and we looked sharp because nobody else wore ATACs. So
nobody else still wears ATACs. So
Except
you still
for-
look sharp to this day, to be
Except
honest.
for Commander Rex in Return of the Jedi.
Okay, that's
No,
true.
no, legit. You look at that camo,
I
and
know
it was
exactly what you're
ATAC
talking about.
screen.
Yep. Endor.
Yeah,
The Endor camo is ATACs. Yeah.
and that was Commander Rex.
Yeah.
There's been people that have proved that theory.
Well, I'll think about it. Because Marpat would be our camo because everyone has it from Op Freedom. That's what we made everyone get for Op Freedom. Marpat doesn't look bad. M81's just better. That's a simple fact. So next question I had is this is the last question I had was what was the funniest moment while playing or off the field of the year that you experienced? I had plenty, but
I'll have to think about that one. So if anybody else wants to chime in first,
I have I have the worst memory on the fucking planet. I cannot remember a single instance of anything funny happening.
I fucking thought it was hilarious when they were taking apart the missile. And he click, and he walked over. He was like, I'm coming up, and he walked over to the other side. Oh, click, and then he starts pulling the warhead off, and it starts to make the Geiger counter sound. And he's just like, oh no, and he just put it right back down.
Yeah.
Oh no.
and I wish my camera angle was not fucked up for that because it was funny when he's just like, and then he tells everyone, you should back away because this is radioactive. Then they're like, ooh. And then George, you scare them because you're like, yeah, if you're close to that when it goes off, it's going to be very uncomfortable for you.
I remember hearing it in the movie. I'm like, oh, classic
man.
George.
Which is true. What did you have inside of that to go off?
An extremely loud alarm. We actually had to put a piece in there specifically to muffle it a little bit, and we weren't able to get it muffled enough where it wouldn't be
Bleeding from the ears?
No, not quite that bad, but like you wouldn't want to stand next to it.
Okay.
You really wouldn't.
See, I thought it was a 12 gauge shotgun shell blank. I thought
No.
that's what you had said, but
It's a it was a I want to say it was 100 decibel plus alarm.
oh wow.
So
Okay.
not quite enough where it would do hearing
damage.
damage, but it was
So kind of like the bomb prop you have.
it was exactly the same bomb prop, with
Okay.
a different shell. It's basically the Betty bomb 4.0 is what it was. Same thing in the lunchbox that disappeared.
No. How many volts does that thing run at? Because I
I
know
want to
some.
say it was
Says the guy who has a dynamite stick as a battery.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
I was gonna say.
we
Bro,
did use a
run that by me again.
I want to say we had an 11.1 in there.
11.1. Yeah.
About right.
You know, I deal with some pretty loud car horns. Very loud. Like
Train horn though.
ear piercingly loud. So, and I get a bunch of new ones in all the time.
But
So at some point,
all
at some point, you know, if you wanted to, let's say, upgrade, all right?
We don't.
No, but like, imagine how cool it would be, right? You know, it
Cool
goes
or
on.
cruel?
Both. It would be
That's a D,
awesome.
all of the above, right?
It's
there.
Yeah, that
like
would
we
be
laugh
awesome.
at their suffering.
The main we just like the main reason we wanted because we put a muffle in there. We had to we printed a piece out that would sit directly on it to muffle it because
And it didn't do shit.
if it was to go off, we would have to go up there to disarm it. We didn't want to be fucking right in them.
Yeah.
So
Should right here. Just to decide.
that's one of the reasons why we don't want to make it any louder than it already is. And we don't know if that prop is going to get used again next year right away because it's kind of like it's a gimmick. They're gonna know how they're supposed to go about it again. Although we could remake the sheet, do a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
You could change the programming on it. I'm sure
Oh yeah, we
Chris could do it.
could change the wire or say that instead of the wires you're gonna have to put in the code or something like that.
I will give props to Chris because after you said that he's the one that programmed the Geiger meter noise in it.
Yeah. So what he did was he found a recording of it and he found a little not an Arduino. We're probably going to use Arduinos for the new crop that we're putting together, which more on that when we come up with it. But he had that, and he had it was a pressure switch. So as you pull, it took tension off, it completed the circuit as you lifted it, and then it would both start the lights. Wait, no, the lights were already on. The lights and then the sound. You can't really see it in the video, I don't think. But if you
no, I saw the lights.
Oh, okay.
I saw the lights, and I didn't know that he was responsible for the noise because I just thought it was you editing in a Geiger meter noise.
No,
But after
that
you
was
said
actually
he
from the.
engineered that into the prop, I'm like,
The-
that was awesome.
The problem with the initial diffusal is everybody's talking so much you can't hear it. But then when he does it again, when it's all done, that's when
Yeah.
you hear it.
I heard that, and then when they were snipping wires, I heard, "Oh, it's just counting faster." I'm like,
Yes.
yes.
It was really, I'm not going to lie, it was really hot. From a prop standpoint, 10 out of 10. Except for the fact that it, I mean, obviously, everything's going to have an issue. It's Airsoft, why would it not work perfectly? You know what I mean? But it was still the coolest prop that I've ever dealt with.
Well, more to come. More to come. We've got I got to talk to him again about it. We're going to actually sit down and try to see what it's going to cost for the prop that we want to work on, and it might end up costing like for everything we want to do. I think it'll probably end up maybe somewhere between $200-300, but it'll be worth it. I'm going to keep them though. We're gonna make sure that they are under our control because we can use them for other stuff, just like we got the missile. So because we could always bring it out to edge or something like that.
I have one nerdy lore question in regards to the missile. Is the warhead, is that created from the heart of Byron?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Interesting.
It's its own thing. The idea behind that particular warhead is that it is a. So some of the lore in Fallout is that there was a secessionist movement. I think they talk about it in '76. I never played '76.
I've only played a little bit. I haven't gotten far enough to talk
So
about it.
there's a secessionist movement called the Appalachian Free States. So we figured that like, okay, so China is going to give a bunch of like little nukes to the Appalachian Free States because it screws the United States over if they set off a bunch of like little nukes. And this is one that just never got set off, so that's why we have the instructions. I don't know if you ever got a chance to look at the instructions.
No, I
They got a bunch of really cool things in there. It's like, oh yeah, so if you can't get it like disarmed, contact your local like People's Liberation Army of China fucking representative or something like that. So it had a bunch of that stuff in there, but it's supposed to be like a like how they depict a lot of the Chinese technology in Fallout for like saboteurs and espionage type stuff. So
Okay.
a lot of thought was put into it. I don't know how much of it was actually picked up by any of the players, but that's how it goes whenever you do any kind of role-playing thing. People are dumb; they don't care.
I mean, you're bringing in airsofters who just think,
but that's fine.
Point, shoot.
I ain't gonna lose any sleep out of it. Over it. That's just the way it's always been.
Yeah.
It's the way it's always gonna be.
They thought it was really cool. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They're gonna like this other stuff too.
Yeah. I thought the heart of Byron was genius.
That was between me and my brother Mark. So that was back when they did the first Big Iron, which was a rousing failure.
A rousing failure.
Yeah, it was really bad. I think we got less than 20 people that year, but we've done more every year.
Yeah.
So.
Which is always a good sign. That's the thing with anything; it's gonna be small starting off because you just gotta get your name out there.
Did I ever show you the picture of that? Of the first one where Mark's got his mask on. There's a Twilight Zone. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Twilight Zone. Probably not, because you guys are like
yes, no,
Oh, okay. Well, there's an episode of it called The Eye of the Beholder, or I think it's called Eye of the Beholder. And basically, the whole conceit of it is that there's a lady, and they're like, okay, we've tried a bunch of surgeries to help you, and this is like we've got a new procedure. This is like our last hope. So they do the procedure on her, and this entire time they're not showing anybody. It's basically this lady is like she's bandaged up the entire time. You just see her face, and you hear people talking to her, and then they're talking about it, and they're talking about the procedure, and they're doing this and they're doing that, and she's like, oh, I really hope this works, and her husband's like, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. And so the end of the episode, they unwrap it. They show that really neat effect where they put gauze over a camera, and you can kind of see where it gets lighter and lighter as they take the gauze off. And then they're looking at her, and like, you see this woman, she's beautiful blonde, and everyone's like, the procedures failed.
I've seen that one.
And then they show everybody else, and they've got horrible pig faces, like where they're it's like stretched up, and weird. So Mark found like some latex masks of that, and he was like, now I'm gonna be like, that's my ghoul face, is that. And then he wore that for the first day, and then he's like, fuck this shit, because this is fucking uncomfortable. But everyone thought it was really cool, and we did. That's what we had the Heart of Byron. We had the whole idea with the Byronites and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was cool. The first year, it just didn't play out the way that it was supposed to, just because I didn't think the players understood it. But it was a really cool. It was just a really cool thing. You know what I mean? I will say too, this is off topic of that, but I don't know if I told you guys that it's been in the works for a little while. I highly doubt. At this point, it doesn't seem like much is going to come from it, but I basically want to transition. I guess you could.
You want to transition?
No, not like that. No.
What's the female version of Chungus?
Chungus? That's the Asian version, my bad.
Oh my god. Cut this out.
I know.
You're not getting monetized for this one.
Nah, this one ain't getting any money off it. I had this goal where I would love to make my career airsoft. Not even YouTube would be great, but so I hit up Hobbytown, right? I'll tell this story. So I hit up Hobbytown. I hit up John from Hobbytown. Shout out to John. And I was like, hey, like, I'm interested in having a position here and all these things. Just because, I don't know if anybody knows, well, probably if you watch the video from Ship of Fools. I am an actual nurse, but I'm like, nursing's great, but it doesn't, like, make me happy, right? Airsoft, like, actually, like, really makes me happy. And so I'm like, if I could get something going with somewhere to be, like, an Airsoft, like, representative in the community, that'd be pretty cool.
It's funny, because I know what Tim's thinking right now. He's like, happy? What does that have to do with it? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, happy?
What the hell is happening?
I'm happy with... when I get happy with my job, when I get to do that fucking check, I'm like, oh, ooh.
It's already gone.
Well, not for me. Single.
Well, yeah, single, no kids.
Yeah.
The check is great, but if there's a way I could get into Airsoft and make a similar amount of money, that would be great. And my wife supports it 100%. So I've basically been waiting for about a month or so for John to hit me back up, but I put in an application for salesman/tech, right?
Oh, cool.
And he's like, I don't really have a salesman position right now, but I definitely could use a tech. So he's like, the holidays are crazy, but I'll get back to you.
Oh,
You know
good.
what I mean?
I was gonna say because the last person I know that was a tech there was.
I know who you're thinking of, and they didn't do a great job. That's why Hobbytown
Vince.
has a bad name. Yeah.
Ooh. What?
Vince.
Vince.
No, not Vince. I'm thinking of,
Red.
nope,
Steel Toes.
Steel Toe.
Steel Toes was good. He.
He probably hasn't been there a while, though, right?
No,
Yeah.
he's not there
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
He was there. This was like early days when I got in it.
Mm-hmm.
When I bought my first, the recoil gun I have that you and I worked on,
Mm-hmm.
Red is how I knew him. I didn't know his actual name. He was the one that right
Is he
away.
younger?
He's younger than me.
Because we're old.
It's not the guy that we played with
Was
the
Red
first
the guy
outfit
that
we
had
went to? Was it?
the foot?
That was
Thing.
Steel Toes.
No. I'm talking about the guy that wore the things that had the individual toes on the. Remember him?
Yeah.
He gave you the Mad Bull and the G&G Green, which is the best combo for old KWAs.
Yeah.
But the flat hop.
I will say, yeah, the flat
flat
hop
hop
you
is
did
much
on
better.
that gun was, oh my gosh. The range and accuracy improvement on
For a CQB gun?
it's not only a CQB gun, it has the field limit spring in it, and just the range and accuracy out of that flat hop you did and the compression set and everything. Oh my gosh. The gun got a brand new life out of this guy, pretty much.
Tell them about what gun it is. Explain to the youngins that watch about this OG gun right quick.
It's the original Magpul PTS KWA collab before PTS was like, nah, Airsoft is stealing our shit. We're not going to do this anymore. Because my gun has the Magpul logo on it and everything. It was the first ERG that ever came out. Well, as far as I know, that ever came out.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's an old gun. I saved up a lot of money to buy it at the time. I thought it was expensive, but in today's era, it would be probably triple that.
Mhm.
But basically to have a tech at Hobbytown to basically say, yeah, all you need is the bucking upgrade and the barrel, good to go. Flawless performance out of that gun for years.
And I will give creds too, because at the time that you bought it, that's all there was to upgrade it. Like, they didn't even have brushless motors at that time to say, hey, this is going to make it shoot like a high-performing
Stone
gun.
Age.
So,
Yeah.
Stone Age.
Hey, I still work
Stone
with
Age.
brush motors all the time.
Because you had what?
It was the original motor in that thing.
Well, yeah, which is, the KWA original motors are a workhorse, but what was the CCs on your 11.1? Was it 50 or was it 40? I'm pretty sure it was 40.
No, it was 70.
70? That's
Because
so much worse.
they said to get the recoil operation to
You
work in
needed
that
70
gun,
cc's.
they're like, yeah, you need an RC battery to run this gun. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I remember the first time I went in to have it like serviced / cleaned or whatever. I'm like, I just need the internals clean, grease, whatever, because I'm not a tech. And they're like, you know your gearbox is cracked, right? I'm like, I did not know it, because it was still running. And it was still performing like it normally did with a cracked shell.
That's because those old KWA shells, they're my favorite. But yeah. So, yeah, I'm waiting for John to get back to me.
Oh.
Because I'm like, if he's willing to pay the right price, because when I originally got the ideas, like, I should at least attempt, because I'm like, why go through life not trying, right? I should attempt to make something of my hobby, because I went in there and I saw the store and I saw the workers they had in there, and I'm like, they could be doing so much more. Like the worker was trying to help this guy.
Do they know?
Who was wanting to get parts for his. He was wanting to get some parts for his broken ARP9, like a very standard, common gun, and he did not know what he was talking about. And I asked him, like, "Yo, can I pop in and help out real quick?" You know, I told him you need this, this, and this. Like, you need this parts from the wall here. Like, you can do the work yourself, or you could have these guys do it, but you could also look up online, like go to this guy, and this guy online.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's a common thing at that place. Because I remember, like, when your brother would take his stuff there, he's just like, oh yeah, just give me this. Like, he would just start pulling stuff off the wall and out of the shelves and everything. Like, he was fixing his gun right in front of the employees there.
Yeah. But the thing is when I was...
I remember Mark went in there. They used to have like a box of shame in the back room.
Yeah.
He fucking went in there and he left with like a bag full of just random parts, and he fucking made an AK, and I think he sold it to somebody for like $80.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy, I was always using that thing, so it worked. So.
And that's the thing with Airsoft is no matter what, you're always going to have that one gun that causes you headaches, no matter how good of a tech you are.
Yep.
But...
M249.
But I'm like, I could, like, if they got, because they have a bunch of part-time guys hired, I'm pretty sure. If they got one person who was decent at what they do in there and, like, knows what they're talking about, I feel like they could do a lot better. And so I'm just kind of hoping that maybe when I go in and show John some of my work, by the way, I might have to borrow. I asked you about borrowing your gun, but I also have to ask you about possibly borrowing your gun just to show him, because he's like, I want to see some of your work. I'm like, okay, I can do that. But I'm hoping when I go in there and talk to him, maybe he's like, you know what, I could use you as a salesman and pay you what you want. You know what I mean?
You can even tell it to be like, go check out that one tech video you did on Seabass's gun.
Yeah, that too. Just because I'm like, they're missing, and one of the guys from Corgi up at the Edge, Seabass, I talked to him about my plan basically, because basically all the guys from Corgi have been in Hobby Town at some point, and they said that John, the owner, is kind of basically frustrated with Airsoft and kind of done with it. I'm like, okay, wouldn't it sound great if there was someone, aka me, who was willing to head that department and work all the frustrations out for you, because they could be making a lot more money if they just had basically the new age essentials there, and they don't even have that. Like, they don't have things like EPM1 mags. EPM1 mags in Airsoft are like the top thing. If you go to a course, almost everyone's got EPM1 mags, and they don't even have those. They don't have Titan batteries. Everyone uses Titan batteries. You know, I'm like, you have two essentials that you could sell like hotcakes all day long to any person that comes in. They don't have them. You know, which might be a supply chain issue, but also like, if you need someone.
Yeah, don't worry. He talks about batteries and it flies over my head because I just make mine.
But yeah, it comes. I was just gonna say, it comes from the guy who has a dynamite stick for a battery.
Hey, I could make it different if I wanted, but it's like, so iconic. Imagine seeing me run around with a fucking literal bomb strapped to my gun.
Literally, like the first time I saw the battery he made for his gun, I'm like, dude, that's gonna blow up in your face. He's like, no. I've used this thing for like
It's been years. It's been years.
It's perfectly safe. I'm like, that's wrapped in blue duct tape.
It's not blue duct tape, I swear. It's actually verified tape, and it's got blue shrink wrap on it because I have no other shrink wrap small enough to fit around there. So,
but basically, like the standard things that 2025 and for till ever some new technology comes out.
Yeah, it's basically all your new age components and everything.
Correct.
Putting into airsoft guns.
But those have become the standard for people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they just don't have them. And I'm like, that's a missed sales opportunity.
I mean, not to shit on your dream or anything, but I will say when
Shut up my dream, it's fine. I know it's far-fetched.
No. I want you, if you get that position, kudos to you. You're living how you want to live. But when I was going there, they had the customer base because of Lucky Land, or Faithfield. I'm sorry. Well, and us from Lucky Land, like they had that constant flux of people coming in. It's like, hey, I need this, I need that. I don't feel like our area has that. Like
100%.
Yeah.
And I've already, and I talked to Seabass about this too, and I told him the other part that they're missing out on is they don't have anybody to basically be like a supplier for. They don't have anybody to.
They don't have
the
reputation.
The reputation, correct.
Which
they don't even have any fields close except for Janesville.
Yeah,
and
which
so,
I was gonna say, like, to contradict what I just said, you get hired on, you start bringing in that flow of customer base to be like, I mean, I don't think it'll happen right away if you start saying, hey, I want to get this in, this in, this in, because this is the new stuff that people want. Store manager might be like, no, this is our bread and butter. What you're doing is
too new.
It's second. It's not what I want to primarily focus on for our business. But as soon as you start bringing that in, he'd be like, okay, I'll start giving you more. More pull towards this department and be like, this guy's onto something. He's bringing in revenue. He's bringing in customers.
That's what you want him to say. You don't want him to say this guy's on something.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is I do have this unique ability that I possibly want to use with. They don't have a direct field they're connected with, right? There's two fields that are closest. One has a potential to start up making airsoft stronger, which is the Edge in Janesville. And my goal is, if something happens with Hobbytown, even if it doesn't possibly, is to talk with the owner of the Edge. Because when I go there and play, I see a gap, right? So Corgi Squad runs airsoft there, basically. They're primarily a paintball field, obviously, but their biggest pull is tournaments because they have the speedball field. So on the weekends, their speedball field's doing fantastic, but there's not a lot of people that are actually out there Saturday, Sunday, playing paintball just on the field, like the woods ball fields.
Yeah.
Right? That could easily be filled by airsofters if they just committed to, hey, we're airsoft and paintball. Where I come in that mix is I have a fleet of guns already, and I have a fleet of gears already. Because my dad already told me, he's like, hey, if you want this stuff, it's all yours.
Yeah.
And we have 40 combat machines. We have 40 combat machines available.
Which one I touched and I tried teching, and I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work again.
So I have a fleet and I have gear. And so that gives me the unique ability of like, hey, you haven't tapped this market. Like going to a field meeting, you haven't tapped this market, you want to. So talking to Janesville about that, or talking to the paintball field in Winnebago about that, which I doubt they would because they've never touched airsoft in the 25 years that they've been open.
Oh, is that
Wildside? Wildside, yeah.
They used to when they were based out of New Milford.
Yeah, I want to say that. I remember something like that years ago.
Yeah.
So, but if I get a course in the area to be like, hey, we're going to go more in on airsoft, then I can be like, okay, well, can we make Hobbytown your sponsor for stuff there? Because marketing and doing this like inter-business stuff would definitely help the airsoft department at Hobbytown, shoot up and actually be beneficial to John. So just talking with him about that and the possibility, and it's all possibility, but I've kind of thought through, because I'm like, your really biggest pull is when you create a demand for a product.
Well, yeah, especially if you localize it too, because like this was my biggest selling point on Hobbytown, because like they had stuff I needed. I didn't have to order through.
You just go get it.
Yeah, like I didn't have to order through the other websites that are available to us in the States. I could just go and get it. I feel like that's kind of gone away, but if you bring that back to Hobbytown, that'll be beneficial.
Right.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where I'm praying, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, then that's okay. You know what I mean? Because it's a risk, but if it's a risk worth taking, then, why not take it?
I mean, if you land that position, let me know, because I'll come in and buy you stuff left and right.
Well, I mean, like...
Not me. If you start working there, I'm gonna get out of airsoft 100%.
He's like, man, I don't got anybody to tech my shit anymore. And I feel the thing with teching too is it's such a messy thing to pick up, because it's not, no matter how good you are, it's not an exact science. And yeah, I mean, I've worked on plenty of his shit, and then he's like, it's still not fucking working. I'm like, oh no, it's the most frustrating thing. And
They're toys, not tools, unfortunately.
Correct. And I explain it always, even in the teching video, as if you get the magic back in the gun, it's fantastic. And if you don't, then it's probably going to take 8 more times till you get the magic back in the gun. So, like yours has the magic in it right now.
It does.
And when it breaks again, it probably is going to take a little while for it to get the magic back inside of it. Same with your ARP9.
See,
it's got the magic.
You talk about all this magic and shit, and it reminds me exactly of fixing cars.
Yeah, the magic.
Literally, the exact thing is just boom, you see car. That's it, right there.
And then it works, and you don't have to do shit to it, and you're like, I don't know why, but it's fine. So, yeah.
Until it's not.
Until it's not, and that's fucked forever. That's how it is.
Till it's Jake's car.
Yeah.
Then I just hang myself by the noose. Just that's what it is. So
that was the last bit of our end of the year debrief. Do you guys have anything else to bring up in this debrief?
Cue the outro music.